round strat. Great for getting the plant, terrible for winning the round, because you're giving up most of the site with it. First smoke, line yourself up with this post, aim this high, this wide. Second smoke, line yourself up with this dot, aim like this high, just throw. First smoke lands there, second smoke lands right here. Then you got yourself the side smoke, which you aim this high between the metal holder and the bottom part of this air conditioning, I guess. Just go this wide, just throw it, and if it all goes good, lands in the middle of the site. Then you'll have another one where you line yourself up with this lamp, and you'll aim 3/4 of the way between this one, like around here, bit to the right, like around this much to the right, and that smoke lands right here. So with these 4 smokes, you'll have side smoked off, this plot smoked off, and if you have some extra money on that eco, you can also throw these molotovs, one right under the ledge and one on the top part of the wooden thing, which completely molotov van, free plant. Also, if you want, you don't need it, but since you're just getting the plant, but you can throw a smoke where you line yourself up with this lamp. You throw the smoke looking at this corner, and it blocks off this guy, which is here. Again, if you're in an eco round running, 4 guys running through here, odds are you'll only get one of you, or maybe 2, but you only need 1 to get a plant. If you want also, you can throw not this flash, but this flash, just in case, just if you don't want to get picked from short or something. So there are an infinite number of strats you can pull on the B side, but if you combine the smokes together, but there are some basic smokes you need to learn. For example, smoking off short, there are 2 ways to do it. One involves you lining up with this side of the pillar, lining your crosshair with the middle smudge. There are 3 smudges with the middle smudge and the middle of the lamp. Line it up and jump throw. And the other one on this side of the pillar, aim like 3/4 of the way there between this and this, and just throw it, and you got yourself the arches smoke. If you want to use more smokes, if you need smokes for other parts of the map and you only want to use 1 smoke to smoke off short, the main way to do it is just aim right there on this corner, and you'll perfectly smoke off short. Of course, this is ineffective against the guy arches. Some other smokes you'd like to know are the bench smoke, which you put your crosshair between the second and the third wooden thing, aim like this wide, just throw it, that smoke lands there. There are some smokes to land here. I can actually show you one if I remember correctly, which is something like this, I remember. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, something like that. Kind of. But I prefer to throw this smoke, which I've covered previously in the video, because I seldom go here on post plants. I don't see as much usefulness. So, but some things you can do, for example, if you have some guys going mid to B, I didn't mean to throw that, but if you have some guys going mid to B, you can just put smoke arches, and the guys coming from short are covered from bench and from side, and can work on the site normally. If you combine that with this smoke, they have pretty much a free passage to the site. The default strat should be something along the lines of smoking these two, putting the window smoke, then these two smokes. That should be the default B hit, combined with these two molotovs, which I've already shown all of this. I mean, there are all sorts of variations you can pull off. Now moving on to mid. So one way to smoke off the mid windows is you line yourself up with the last pillar. You aim at this intersection, a bit on the top part of the intersection, a bit to the right also, and you shift, walk, jump, throw, and it lands perfectly in the middle of the window. Another important smoke from T-spawn is you put yourself up on top of the trash can, you aim at this antenna thing. This smoke is very important to get to the boxes in the beginning of the round. Ways to smoke the window from here are to aim at the top, the roof of that building, and run throw. Another way, crouch, aim at this corner, stand up and throw. All of this. On the run throw you'll have to aim a bit more to the left. I was just kind of doing it quickly. One way to smoke short is this corner of the barrel with this ledge. Line it up, throw the smoke. Perfect short smoke. Another way, line yourself up with this wall. Make sure there's a tiny gap between this blue wall and this corner. Aim this high, like this antenna high, and run throw until you're at the end. And it also smokes short. So there are two ways to smoke connector. One is from top mid or T-spawn, whatever you want to call it. You stand in this corner, aim at this part of the carpet, smokes off connector. They can still kind of jump to spot you. The one I prefer is in BLs. You locate this spot, this dark spot, you aim this high and pretty much in front. You can line yourself up with this part, but it perfectly bounces up all the stairs and there's no way for them to see anything, which is better. So moving on to the A site, you have your normal smokes that everyone knows about. The stair smoke. Put yourself in this part, aim at the center of this rectangle, I guess. That smokes off stairs. Next you have your jungle smoke. The middle pillar, you go like this. I have no idea what that is, but that smokes jungle perfectly. Tiny gap on this side, but no big deal. Nobody ever comes here. As a T. You can also smoke jungle deep. Right here. And a bit to the right of this dark spot. Same height. And just throw it. And it smokes off deep jungle. That is if you have your friends coming from mid, using the two smokes, the one for short and the one for window. With these two you can smoke off jungle deep and you don't have to worry about the stair smoke or the normal jungle smoke. There's also another strat that people pull, which is they split the site with the smoke here, here and here. Throwing this first smoke, you line yourself up with this last dot on the last pillar. This might be hard to see on YouTube, but there's a crack on the wall right here. You aim at the very end of the crack and you just throw it. And that smoke ends here, and that does leave a gap for this guy. So the palace guy who throws the smoke also has to throw the molotov, the HE, to make sure your friends don't get killed through that gap. The other smokes you have to throw, the one in the middle of the site, is you aim your finger in this thing. In my crosshair, you might have to find another way. Couldn't find, that's the best way I found to make this smoke. but there's actually a lot of leeway in this smoke. You'll just get the hang of it by throwing it a couple of times. The other smoke in the far end of the site goes like this. You jump through it and it perfectly blocks off this. Also the city smoke, which I forgot to mention. Right here you aim, you see this thing over here, this box. You walk this to the left until you find this middle spot between the two bricks. Just jump through it. It stays here perfectly. The normal jungle smoke that we threw from here usually leaves that one gap, and if you want to get around it, what you should do is do what most pro teams do by now, which is throw two smokes jungle. I don't know how they do it, but one of them you locate like the middle of this and this, aim a bit to the left, aim this spot high, and just throw it well crouched. Second one, you go to the last one of these rectangular things, you aim like that and you throw. As you can see, no gaps. That also with stair smoke perfectly smokes off that area of the map. Those were all the T-side smokes I have. Ignore this guy, he's just there. Some cool smokes for retaking the bomb site. One from CT, one of them line yourself up with this corner. You see this little spot, you aim at it and you jump throw, and that should land perfectly right here and smoke that off. So another smoke on the retake is one where you line up this top wooden thing with this ceiling. You need to leave a bit of space for the ceiling. You need to line up this wall with this little black thing with this little window, and you just throw 3/4 of the way between this and this, around here or something. Just normal throw, and it smokes off palace. This is cool for the retake if they have it planted for the humps or palace, forgot the name. So that wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new from it. See you next time. Bye.
Darling, darling, I'll turn the light.